And then we can dive into some foods if you want.
I guess our audience would be really interested to know about the perfect food combinations. So let's get to that.
Okay, so I did post on my social media this week, and I will also defer to you for these some of the more traditional Indian dishes. Although I love Indian food, we don't have enough of it in my area. So the combination that I put up was a fish preparation with turmeric and black pepper. It was kind of a trio. So rather than just being it's two combinations of two foods that come together. So it was fish and turmeric, and then turmeric and black pepper. And so turmeric, we know, has all of these many benefits for anti-inflammatory, tumor fighting, a very powerful compound. The primary constituent, the component in that in turmeric is called curcumin. So curcumin is what has all of those really beneficial properties that we're looking for in these sometimes we call them functional foods because they have certain functional properties. So we want to get the most of that. But like I said before, this is an example of one of those foods that is just not well absorbed. So we can take a fairly good amount of it, and it's still we'll get just a fraction of that absorbed. So the black pepper comes in, and this is one that will increase the enzymes and the gastric juices that will help with the digestion and absorption of this component. So I think it's a really interesting one because I like the combination of turmeric and black pepper together. And I believe that's a traditional combination in India, is it not?
Actually, it's great that you mention turmeric, which we call haldi in India, and black pepper, because these days we are in the midst of the pandemic. And one thing that a lot of Indians, and people globally as well, call the golden latte, the turmeric milk that is going around. So in India, it is a very traditional haldi doodh, which we usually have at night. And therefore, the tip that, it's great that you mention it here. We've also been trying to educate people about this it's great to have the turmeric milk, haldi, but as you mentioned that it would be more beneficial. It'll be better absorbed if we take it with black pepper. So this is a great tip for people to carry along is have your haldi doodh with a little bit of black pepper, not too much, because the piperine in the black pepper would aid in better absorption of the curcumin from the turmeric, which is the compound we are looking for. And fish is very popular. And so this dish and the combination that you mentioned would be a great addition to, how people consume fish. And we do have a few spice mixes which use mustard and other kinds of spices, and turmeric is something we use in our cooking. So this is a great recipe idea. And if I may ask you now, fish is a source of protein, a great source of protein. If vegetarians would like to swap it with the cottage cheese or paneer, that is a coagulated form of milk, would that be good of an idea as well?
Yeah, I think so. You may consider a legume as well. Okay. So if you were to do a lentil, like a dal, maybe.
Right. Yeah, that's something that is really taken every day almost in most Indian households. So this combination could work for that. And tofu, if we have a grilled tofu with turmeric and black pepper, would that work too? Because that's also soy protein.
Yes, that would also be a good choice.
Okay.
Do you use tofu very much in India?
It's gaining popularity, I would say, yes. Although a lot of people are used to the paneer, which is the homemade or store-bought cottage cheese, but tofu is definitely fast gaining popularity, and we do have a lot of restaurants, a lot of hotels that cater to Pan Asian cuisine, and
Okay.
they use tofu a lot. So yes. And now moving on, what's the other exciting food pairing that you have for us today?
Well, I had a couple other ones up on my social media. The one that I liked was raspberries and dark chocolate, just
Ooh, lovely.
because it's such a nice treat. I don't know. So what berries do you have? Berries that are common in India?
We do have some berries which are very traditional. We have the falsa, which is a very traditional Indian berry, not available to such a large extent these days. But we are getting strawberries, we do get blackberries, raspberries, not to such a large extent, but strawberries and blackberry pretty much, yeah.
Okay. All right. So that would be a good one as, a nice summery treat. And that is going to really increase the antioxidant capacity of those berries. So there's a recipe for that combination on my social media as well. So one that I thought I would talk about because I use it a lot with clients and myself is vitamin C and iron, because it can, for folks who are vegetarian or vegan, or especially for menstruating women who have higher iron needs, it's just good to enhance that iron absorption. And so vegetarian sources of iron are not as well absorbed as the animal versions of iron. And so I think, for a plant-based diet, it's important to bring those together to enhance the absorption. And it's fairly simple as well, right? So there are lots of ways that you can do that. You can combine like a lemon with a leafy green. You can combine like a pepper, like a bell pepper, with legume or something like that, berries and nuts together. So just bringing a vitamin C source together with your vegetarian or plant-based iron source is just something that I think is important. So that's one that I use a lot. The other one that, again, that I use is also tomato and broccoli, or some kind of cruciferous vegetable. So my husband's Italian, so we make our own tomato sauce.
Wow.
So whenever we have that, then I'll make like a roasted broccoli or something on the side, which is nice because the kids love it, and bringing those together has a nice effect. So the lycopene in the tomatoes is enhanced. We have better absorption when we combine it with this cruciferous vegetable. So that's one that I use. One that I thought might maybe be good for your audience is eggs and raw vegetables. So like a hard-boiled egg with a salad is going to increase the absorption of the carotenoids in the vegetables, which can be cancer protective and help with eye health, hair health, skin health. And I think it's common to have, a raw vegetable salad with some hard-boiled eggs is an easy combination. So you're getting that protein in there for folks who eat eggs, and the carotenoids from the vegetables.
Wonderful. These are such yummy, delicious ideas. And, I'm already hungry now. Just 2 points. We Indians are really fond of having things with the masala. And therefore, we have lots of dishes. We use the word masala with it because we like it spicy. We like, it Indianized. All the recipes are Indianized. So you mentioned hard-boiled eggs with a salad or raw veggies. In India, we make a masala omelette, which essentially is a combination of vegetables like onions, tomatoes, ginger, coriander leaves. I mean, as a nutritionist and innovator of recipes, I could add some grated carrots to it. So would it make sense if we add all these veggies to the egg batter and make an omelette out of it? Would that also be a great idea?
Yeah, I think that would be a good. I mean, I would keep the vegetables pretty crunchy.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. But that would also be good. So if people are having the veggie masala omelette, that's also a great way to absorb the carotenoids from.
Yeah. I like that. Veggie masala omelet. I like that.
Yeah, and it's so colorful, and we add our turmeric, the dhania, which is the coriander powder, and grated ginger. So it's a burst of flavors, and it's visually appealing to the eyes, and you have it as a breakfast item or a snack. It's a very popular street food as well. Egg preparations. So yeah, that's good. So good to know that what we are doing as a masala version is also good for a food pairing. That's nice to know. Also, very interesting thing that you mentioned was having tomatoes with broccoli. So you have the grilled broccoli and you have the tomatoes which are cooked as well, which increases the lycopene content. Grilled broccoli is wonderful. It tastes great. Now, when we talk of bell peppers, traditionally in India, we have the green bell pepper or the capsicum that we call it, Shimla mirch. Nowadays, we are having all sorts of bell peppers, so yellow, red, green, you name it. Are the nutritional qualities of these bell peppers significantly different? Is it a better idea to have them raw, or even if we grill them or saute them a little bit, it is absolutely fine? Does it make them better digestible, or what is the difference, if you could tell us that?
So for the red and yellow peppers, those would be in the carotenoid family. So they would have more of the vitamin A complexes, right? And then the bell pepper would be more toward the green vegetable part. So, I would say, so when I work with patients, I'm always encouraging variety. So right. I always encourage, and also what I see patients do a lot is go toward either raw vegetables or all cooked vegetables. And oftentimes it's all raw vegetables because cooking is a process, right? And so they'll add all these salads, and I say, okay, you need to make sure that you are varying. So, lunch or dinner, or have both raw and cooked at one meal. But you need to vary it. And the reason is that you maintain and retain more of some vitamins and minerals in a raw form, but then you enhance the absorption of other components like phytonutrients and things in a cooked form. So you want to have both is what I recommend.
Right. So it adds variety as well as a difference in the taste, and the profile of the vegetables increases.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's very good to know. Thank you. Now we also have a quick comment from Miss Kaur. She says, I add gourd and carrot in pulses. Is it useful? Gourds are, essentially that family of bottle gourds, ridge gourd, round gourds, and carrots.
Are those so by gourd, is it like what we have as zucchini, or is it like
Yeah, related. Yes,
okay.
It's not the same family, but yes, related. So
okay.
Yeah.
And then pulses is the legumes, right?
Lentils. Yeah.
Okay. I see. So I'm thinking that this is kind of maybe a dal preparation with those vegetables added.
Yeah,
maybe?
A stew.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yes, I would say this sounds like a very healthy preparation. So the pulses are going to get you the protein that you want, especially in a plant-based diet if that's what you're doing. And then the gourd and the carrots are going to bring in the phytonutrients and the vitamins and minerals that you want in that. So, I mean, I would say from what from my perspective, you know, it looks like a good and healthy preparation.
Wonderful. So I'm sure this answers your question. So go ahead adding your gourds and carrots to your lentils, and it's a great thing to have and an addition. And thank you for that idea, Manmeet. We would surely remember that. Now, you know, coming to the food combinations, which definitely is such an interesting topic and so limitless.